cost.
Okay.
Alrighty.
We have to shut up.
Yeah, please. G'day. And welcome to the intro of the 34th episode of Dungeons and Dingoes, a podcast where we talk right into the cards.
Try not to die.
It's okay. You are forgiven this time. G'day all in chat and all who may listen. We roll digital clickety-clack dice and almost died to traps, which one person narrowly managed to get out of the room in time for. But here we are, where you can all, take your final breaths before getting MVP rezzed, I suppose.
Not the first time either.
No, probably won't be the last. Such is the life of a healer. But here we are, and so last we left off, the party had slayed the black spider viciously. They had looted his corpse for magical items and whatnot, and then they had retreated to rest and recover, heal what may they may. They did that, and then they explored the cave a little bit more, having a look at the underwater, so the inner cave water area, Kikari using a familiar and also a B shape to scope it out, see if it had anything of interest, if it led anywhere. All in all, ended up being a bit of a fruitless search, couldn't find anything very interesting or hidden cave coves, as it were. But she returned, they regathered, explored the room that the black spider seemed to make some kind of base, and saw the giant statue with two emerald eyes, which Lothern and a couple of the other parties were like, fuck it, we'll go for it. Hikari popped out of the room real quick to check on Gundren, their unconscious benefactor that they found after oh so long. And as the gem was removed from the socket of this statue, their ceiling collapsed, half burying 2 out of 3 members and completely burying the last. Knocking them all to 0 health and starting to saves. Hikari quickly reacted, systematically ran from one to another on terms of almost dead to kind of okay, and managed to stabilize all of them with a healer's kit, which ended up being a miraculous buy, because without that, things could have gone a lot more poorly. Managed to drag the party back to the main barracks kind of room that they've used as a makeshift camp, and waited for the party to awaken. Shortly after, Gundren himself also awakened. They had a bit of a conversation. Party filled him in on the happenings of Phandelver and kind of what they've been dealing with, and Gundren in turn told them of his capture and, not nice treatment under the black spider. He also told them of his brothers, and just confirmed that they're both dead. And he was hoping to, perchance, gather their bodies and extract them from this foul place, and hopefully bury them or leave them to rest in some kind of regard. And so he will remain and sit and with Gundren, and what would you guys like to do?
I'd like to suggest we change the name from Dungeons and Dingoes to Druid tells y'all not to do the thing, y'all do the thing, Druid narrowly saves your life.
Request denied.
Doesn't really roll off the tongue now.
No.
Hey guys, have you checked out that new show? What you just said?
Well, actually, no. It kind of works if it was like an anime or something.
I mean, if we turn this whole Dungeons and Dragons into an isekai, it would definitely work.
Christ, those names are far-fetched. Anyway.
It's hyphenated or something.
No, it's not even hyphenated. It is literally just it's literally the plot buyer in the title.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I don't remember seeing any bodies around this place. I feel like we should leave.
We'll get your other brothers. Cover your other brother's body at the front.
That would be appreciated. Thank you. I'm gonna go now equipped with his the baggy leather armor that he had to adjust that Bolt gave him, a shield and a morning star. He doesn't look like a practiced fighter, and he tells you, as he's told you, he's not, but he looks at least ready to defend himself. In the time that's passed, however, the shields and the morning stars that you guys had found that had this kind of green sheen to them in the light. Now, as you look over them before you prepare to set out again, that sheen appears to have faded and gone. Kind of take a bit of time, and they seem like mundane, ordinary, run-of-the-mill weapons.
Aww.
Okay. Well,
Weak cantrips.
timed cantrips. Enchantment, not enchantment. Enhancement. In that case, I'll drop the spare shield I have and the spare morning star that I have as well.
Alrighty.
Seeing that there's no real. I was just hoping that the green would stay.
Wait, the stuff we got from the black spider's still good, hey?
Yep. It was just the morning stars and whatnot that the bugbear seemed to had carried and used.
Yeah, so that it looks like there was only. Yeah, it was one of those timed things.
Yeah, it's probably got something to do with that green flame.
It was diluted as hell, so there's a huge chance they only used like a tiny bit of magic. Anyway, I think it's a good idea. Like, we escape. Like, I think I had thought that we could try check the cave, but it seems a bit dangerous that we're all really low health and stuff for his brother. But
We can check on the way out a little bit as well, but there isn't. I feel like we checked almost all of this cave. I can't think of anywhere we haven't been.
You guys didn't hear any yelling when you collapsed that room in the room next to you, just in case.
There was no yelling that anyone heard.
We didn't even yell.
Lothrans.
Scream. Lothrans very manly, high-pitched scream.
That was a scream. I was like, shit.
Alrighty. We'll probably like do a sweep search on the way out, but we should definitely be getting the hell out of here as soon as possible.
I will turn off my light.
Ready. As you allow the magic on your shield to fade, the room's still lit by the brazier still burning, just dimly. But at the moment you still have light, but once you leave this room, you'll be once again in the pitch blackness cave. So you guys want to move out?
Yes, so we'll be making our way out stealthily and slowly, hopefully.
Stealthily? Alright.
I'll roll for stealth.
Lothar, do you want to take the slight lead?
Also goes, I will. Not gonna go much further than you guys though, because I am fucking hurt.
Yeah. You just be right in front of us. I'll be behind softly pushing him towards Lothar.
Alright.
Wait, no. I'll be in front of Soth.
Okay.
I have a shield now. Crumulous.
This is true. Your shield's pretty in shape. It's just got a couple of claw marks that you left on it.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
As you guys leave, you have the path ahead, which leads south, or to your right, which if you wanted to bend around and take a more thorough look for any bodies, or the one that leads straight ahead and then curves south would be the more expeditious.
Yeah, I think we're gonna head this way. And we also might just have a quick gander around any corners for any bodies and stuff. on the way out. Make sure I
Alrighty.
haven't missed anything.
So yeah, you guys start your retreat from the cave in a stealthy fashion.
Yeah.
What did everyone get for their stealth?
6.
6.
I think it
I
was
see.
17.
17. Nice. I think Lothran also got a 17. He did.
21.
Lothran will head about 10 feet, 10, 15 feet ahead of you guys just to try and keep an eye out.
Ah, okay.
Not super far, but far enough.
I'll Vino Gundren, keep an eye on him.
Just tell me if it's gone too far.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the map movement isn't quite accurate. Gundren makes a stealth check. He doesn't get very good. He gets a 6.
In his defense, his pants are probably like falling down.
Yeah, he has endured a couple days at least of torture and horror. He's not the stealthiest. But yeah, you guys head out the barracks. You find yourself in the head down the stairs into a room that has a large dark pool that covers most of the way, most of this area, with a single pillar kind of in the middle. The water, even for those with dark vision, is just pitch black. You can't see anything under it, beneath the waves. As you pass by, you head through the cave, heading south, and eventually you find yourself in the more carved out section of the mine that actually seemed to be a mine and dug tunnels before the worked and man-made walls kind of curve off to your left, where there was like a kind of like a ring around Rosie with multiple paths, a couple collapsed tunnels. But you continue way south back into the kind of T-junction. Have to duck a little bit to. You do look in a couple of the collapsed pathways to see if there's anything left behind or any bodies that have just been dumped. I'll get everyone to make a perception check. This one gets pretty decent.
17.
12.
21.
Nice.
Right.
Nice. So yeah, having a look through the rubble and the debris, you don't find any bodies or anything of the like, but you do find just a couple discarded tools here and there, like a couple of axes that have just been left. In one of them, you do see the faint and scorched into the earth trail of a large gelatinous shape that had once resided in this area and you slaughtered several days ago. You don't know if there's more, but you decide not to hang around and find out. Continue your way south and eventually have to duck a little bit. You only see a tunnel that exits into the bottom part of the main entry chamber. And yeah, to your right, you see the drop that, well, from here it's a rise that ascends about 10 feet. And you still see the rope in the middle hanging down. There's no light there. As you guys begin to ascend with that issue just one by one, you reach the top of this cavern. You still see the bodies around, the ghouls and also the bugbear corpses that have left to, begin to decay. There's a couple, not many at this point, but a couple of flies have kind of made their way in, settled on a couple of bodies in this early part. But you don't see any dangers or whatnot. You do still see the body of the dwarven man off to the side, and just pale, half-shaved head laying there. And Gundren approaches, Gunnet kneels down by him for a couple of moments, seems to whisper quietly to himself. He places his hand on the chest of the corpse, and he looks over to you guys and he goes, "Could one of you please help me take him out of here?"
I've got this. I'll carry him.
Thank you, lad. I understand that we're all hurting, but I would appreciate if we could come back healthier and try and find my other brother.
I have a feeling we'll be back here sooner than you think. I kind of cringe thinking of Dragon.
In a couple of days, we will be coming back.
Well, let's hope nothing else happens here, huh?
I kind of like give my teammate like a awkward side eye, like.
We all just look at each other.
Oh.
Yeah, The Simpsons, like.
How's the body looking? Is it pretty nasty?
It's not great. At this point, it's probably been there for about almost a week and a half. And there's not many elements that reach into the cave, but being so close to the entrance, it's pretty nasty. Like it stays solid as you touch it, but there's definitely some rot going on.
What bodies do we have here? We have a ghoul. Wasn't there some bugbears here?
Yeah, in this chamber, there's 3 ghoul bodies, 2 bugbears, and the definitive shapelessness of a doppelganger body as well.
I'm gonna try and like cut up the hide armor from the bugbears if they have any, and try to like wrap the body up as much as I can, and then carry it out.
Alrighty. It's better. It's not the freshest, but especially as the bugbears were not killed nicely, there's gore and blood kind of coat into the armor. So it's replacing one nasty with another, but easy enough to do. You can wrap it and pick it up and sling it over a shoulder or wedding carrying if you prefer.
Shoulder.
Right. This Lawson leads you guys outside of the cave to take your first breath of fresh air and what's felt like forever. At this point, as well, as you exit, the sun's fairly low in the sky. It's probably around about it's evening. It's probably 4 or 5 or so. And you've probably got a couple hours before dusk truly hits.
So easy to lose track of time in there.
There's that little cave that's a little bit further down. We could try and rest there for the night, or do you guys just want to keep powering on?
I think, it wasn't that long ago. Been sleepy, so he probably should hike for a bit. Plus, we're running out of time.
Yeah, true.
We should start heading back over to that like little village.
To Phandelver.
Not Phandelver, the other one.
Oh, the one further south.
What's it called? I forgot.
I do. It was.
Well, we can head to.
There was one called LMoP, which from where you guys are would be. You could head straight there. You would be passing Phandelver on your way.
Exactly. Yeah. So we'll head kind of towards Phandelver first.
From here, it'll probably take you guys about 2 days to get to Leyland and about 6 or so hours to get to Phandelver.
We'll start making our way to Phandelver. I reckon. What do you guys think?
We can see if it's still there. I mean, yeah. The innkeeper was nice. I mean, it's nice.
Still be there, right? Yeah. There's no reason why it wouldn't be.
No reason at all.
Alrighty, I'll got a map change if you guys want to move your figures off the table or do a map. Haven't done one of those in a while.
Not my motto.
This may take a little bit, so while we do a map change.
Someone get Gundren.
I got him.
Alrighty. and away we go. But yeah, you guys start heading your way out.
It's so cool watching her just unpack everything.
Yeah. And for this, so you guys exit the cave and you're in the sandy, kind of craggy part at the bottom of the Sword Mountains. The path ahead, there's no real path ahead of you, but you, from here, you know your way. You know generally your way back from Phandelver. You've never made the trip directly from here, but knowing where it is, you start heading in that direction. Kind of heading around one of a large dune that blocks your way forward. Easier track, just slightly to the left, so you kind of divert, so you don't have to go uphill and then back down. And you can make a fair amount of progress before dusk finally hits, and the exhaustion from your battles and wounds finally starts to take over, and you can push on through the night if you like. You will be at risk of suffering exhaustion, or you can stop and set up camp. Up to you guys.
Heck no.
What's exhaustion debuff? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, it's basically debuffs that you can only fix with long rests.
I think there's an exhaustion bar on the thingy, but what do you guys think? I think we should find a safe spot tonight.
Yeah.
Rest of the night.
Yeah, better.
Is exhaustion on here? That is a good condition. If you click on conditions, it should be here. Oh no, oh yeah, exhaustion.
I think first one gives you disadvantage on agility checks.
I accidentally put it on. Okay, turn it on.
Speed
Yeah, so exhaustion basically, you can keep pushing yourself, but your body gets tired and breaks, and eventually you die.
Level 5, speed reduced to 0, then level 6, death.
Yep. It's basically working into your body until it doesn't work or push anymore. So you guys make your way. You find it's a little bit windy through these dunes and kind of sandy areas. You find a spot that's kind of covered on most sides. Settling for a bit of camp. Take a bit of time. Gundren takes well, actually, he doesn't have anything to really take, but helps place his brother off to the side, not real close to the camp because he does stink. And yeah, you guys are able to settle down and begin resting without issue.
I'll let Gundren use my bedroll if he doesn't have one.
He thanks you, and yeah, at this point, the only things he has on him are the things that you guys have given to him.
Yeah, I thought so.
I would offer to take first watch, but Kokari would be very stressed after keeping people alive. just doesn't even put out the bedroll, just curls up on the floor and just passes out.
Alright, that leaves us then. I'll take first watch.
Yeah, y'all were unconscious for hours, and I had to watch you, so...
I could take second.
Lothar, I guess, will take the last one. And I think he can do the longest as well.
I mean, only need 4 hours for a long rest, so...
Yeah, that's same with Lothar. Yeah. So I think with the 3 of us, we should be able to do it.
Easy enough. You guys kind of sit down. Yeah, Gundren also very much the same, kind of picks a spot. Usually thanks you for your bedroll and just conks the fuck out. Those taking watches get to do a perception check.
Perception.
Oh, yes.
Don't let Gundren go take a shit by himself.
I'm just gonna walk up to him. What you doing?
You say that, and he's dead asleep.
Yeah.
He's like, you could try to wake him, but you feel like you won't get through.
Oh no, I'm not trying to wake him. If you guys should, I'd be like, hey, what are you doing?
It's like a ferret dead sleep where you can, if you wanted to, you could like pick him up and start moving him and bending him, and he wouldn't give a fuck.
Just frisbee him across the camp to see if he wakes up, and he still doesn't.
Alrighty. So who is taking first watch?
That would be me. I got a 15. 15.
Alrighty. It's a fairly peaceful time. In the dunes, it starts to get a little bit cold, but you're pretty fine with your covering of fur and the armor and its leather kind of arm protection. Keeps you, and of course your pants keep you pretty warm. Keeping the fire just low. You face no real issues, and your watch completes with the calm air around you. Being in dunes, you don't really hear any wildlife or insects or anything of the such. And you're able to palm off the watch.
I'll wake up. Well, your turn, buddy.
My turn already? Alright, let's do it.
Pretty quiet, cold night. Stay warm.
Yeah, I got my armor to keep him. That's not a problem.
For the love of Ukma.
But make Ukma keep.
Alrighty. What'd you get for perception, Sauce?
22.
22. Alrighty. You also just keeping in the zone. Find nothing of interest. Nothing appears to come close to your camp. And even in this waking moment, just the ability to actually sit and rest after several days of chaotic battle and coming close to death numerous times. Eventually complete your part of the long rest, and even though you're awake, you still feel a bit refreshed, and you just feel a bit calmer, finally letting the last rays of adrenaline drain from your system. You're ready to pass off the Lothran. It takes a couple shakes to wake.
Get up.
Before he's that was real sleep. Oh shit, that was nice.
Yeah, we haven't done that for a little bit.
Alrighty. Well, get some of yourself a big guy. I got this. Yeah, he rolled pretty decent. Oh, he got okay. For his perception. Rolled a 10 or a 13. But you drift off to sleep, letting the darkness take you. And eventually morning comes, and you're waken up.
That's nice.
Goodness.
That was actually a pretty good.
Good effect moment. I thought it might pay off.
That was good. I just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, no, it's been the lighting in tabletop has been in dim for now.
Oh yeah, true. Oh no, slide mode. Was put back to dark mode, please.
So we do complete a long rest.
Yeah, you guys all complete a long rest.
Wow.
Hey, it actually gave me my hit dice.
Oh, nice.
Actually did everything.
Yeah, that is awesome.
It didn't for me. It gave me hit dice of one of my things. Not fair. Wait.
Oh damn.
Well, it should give you 2 hit dice.
Yeah. It gave me 2 hit dice. Yeah.
You don't get all of them back.
Yeah. That's. Oh, I get. Wait, can I choose which hit dice I get?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. That is a very fair point. I would say probably default by. Yeah. I'd just say you can choose.
Cool.
Tough question.
I'm just like, wait a minute. No. That just doesn't give me any extra. I'm literally gimping myself. It's great.
I'll kind of like lift up my staff, like going, oh, thank fuck, like that almost broke. How close I got to like almost breaking my staff in the last few matches.
Jeez.
Finally recharged.
God damn.
I can finally use my level 3 spell too.
And you can choose what level 3 spell you want.
Yeah.
Can't both of you change all of your cantrips?
Cantrips, yeah. Yes, we can.
Like out of game and a little bit of in-game.
Technically, yes.
Once they're finished doing their spell stuff, I guess we'll move on.
Cantrips.
The cantrips.
Yeah. Good old cantrip swapping.
Yes.
For those who may not know, Volk doesn't know what magic is. Therefore, all spells is cantrips.
I know very little about magic, and Soth showed me what a cantrip is, so I know what a cantrip is now. Which is all magic. So yeah, you guys awaken, and once you're done with your magic things, you're able to continue your trek back to Phandelver. Passing just several of the doings on the way, you're able to swap shifts on carrying the corpse of Nundro as well as you traverse. At this point, in the heat of the day, it's taking a little bit of effort to swat away flies and insects and shit that may come close. You're hoping to get somewhere soon that you can give a nice burial, as Gundren didn't really want to just pick anywhere and be like, yep, just put him here. Hopefully somewhere in Phandelver.
He hopes for somewhere in Phandelver. And takes you guys another 4 hours or so before you finally see the town of Phandelver in the distance. The outer stone buildings that have been neglected, and then the inner ones of mostly wood, and some still of stone, but more maintained, and upkeep is higher. That still contains the presence. As you
is still here.
Phandelver is, at least from this viewpoint, still intact. As you begin to approach, the things from a distance seem normal, but as you get closer and begin to enter the outskirts of the town, you begin to notice a lack in the children that you once saw playing here. And in fact, having a look around, there doesn't seem to be many people like roaming the streets. And eventually, you reach the town center once again, and you see several people kind of around. But the rest of it looks like several barricades have been put up. A couple houses have been like boarded over the windows, and it looks like the town of Phandelver is beginning to take on like a defensive stance.
But they want to stand and fight instead of hide from a dragon.
It seems that way. At least some of the town's people. You do notice a lack in the amount, but
The ones that stayed.
the ones that stayed don't seem to be wanting to just hand their homes over.
Fair enough. I admire them for that, but I don't think a wooden plank across your door is going to stop a full-grown dragon, but hey. We'll see how we go. I say that to myself, not to anyone, because I don't want to piss off the town of Phandelver.
Easy enough. So...
What level were we last time we came through here, Daniel? Level 3 or something?
2? 3?
We were babies, and now we're still babies, but slightly bigger babies.
We might have been level 2, but then we got to level 3.
Because we...
Yeah.
we did the thing with the bandits where Korga played golf with the bandit head.
Yes.
Alrighty. And you enter back into the town.
As we pass like that old guy's house where like Lothrin promised to fix his roof, is he still there to defend it, or did he just like decide to run?
From here, you can't quite tell. The windows don't seem barricaded, and the door is shut. But the house seems quiet.
Kind of expected him to be standing at the front with a bucket on his head and a pitchfork ready to fight a dragon or some shit.
If you get, most people will probably want to stand there and wait. You can go and knock and look in the window if you like.
Staring at the sky, it's waiting.
I don't want to get invited to fix his roof. We've got other things to do.
I guess we'll probably walk over, I don't know, to the town hall, like to the center or something.
Yeah. Try find Sildar, because you know he want it. Gundren's was his mate.
Easy enough. As you do recall, Sildar had been staying in the townmaster abode, which was this building here.
Yes. It's a boarded up.
You're looking at it. The windows seem to be warded, and there's a couple people. As you approach, a couple people that you haven't seen before do leave. They seem to be dressed in like a standard leather armor. They each have like a short sword at the belt. They nod at you as you pass by and meander off into the town, passing you and heading into this square. As you enter into the Townmaster Hall, you see that you see a desk against a far wall, and there was once a clerk there that's currently like gone. You see several desks and tables to your left-hand side, where you see Sildar currently sitting with a couple maps drawn, looking over it, and across from him you see a older man, kind of bald on top with long grey hair, dangling behind. He's a bit chunky, but he's sitting there and seems to be in discussion with Sildar. But the older man doesn't look horribly comfortable. And having a look around the room, there's some other chairs kind of lined against the wall to your right-hand side. Before there's a couple of doors. The rest of the chairs seem to be like in a waiting line kind of thing, but are all currently empty. And yeah, but you do see Sildar back currently towards you.
Yeah, and he's like looking at some maps, talking to this old guy behind him.
The old guy is sitting across the table from him.
Okay. I guess we will walk up with Gundren's with us. I'm carrying a dead corpse.
You are currently carrying a dead corpse.
That probably smells. I'm surprised no one's really noticed.
Oh, I'm getting head nods, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yes, very normal to carry very decayed corpses around the town right now.
As you approach, the older man kind of looks up and kind of looks at you like, "Oh, I am. Who are you and what are you doing?" At which point Sildar kind of looks up at him and gives this like a what the fuck's wrong now look, and looks over to you guys and goes, I see you've all returned. Most of you at least. So
Yes.
why do you have a body?
Very. Unfortunately, this is a close friend or family of Gundren's that we may need to find a place to bury. I see you guys have
At this point,
really put in
Gundren does go. He goes, "Yeah, it's my brother, mate. But who will do that? But thank you for paying attention to me."
I'm sorry, Gundren.
Here's Gundren.
I can't remember the name, that was all.
As you kind of say that, Gundren looks up.
Get her sealed off. It's been a shit fucking time. Sealed
Not because of us.
Walks over. They kind of clasp
Put the body on the table.
They clasp wrists for a moment and go. Sildo goes. Gundren, I'm glad that you're safe. I'm sorry, I couldn't do more to help. Gundren kind of looks at the floor and goes, I know you did the best you could, mate. But anyway, the furry one carrying my brother wants to finish his words, I suppose. And Silda looks at you and goes, apologies.
No, you're fine. Don't worry about me too much. I just wanted to acknowledge your efforts against a possible dragon attack. Is that correct?
We got your letter from your dragon thing, and several of the townspeople, about 2 score, decided to follow your advice and evacuated. Mostly the children and caregivers, most of the mothers, some of the fathers. The rest of the people don't want to give up their home so easily, and I'm inclined to stand with them. I've sent word to my order, but not sure if we'll hear anything back. At least not in time.
Well, hopefully we can prevent the attack, or maybe we'll go stand. Yeah, we still don't know about that.
The dragon only threatened to do it, but from what I heard from Lawrence when he talked about it, they're pretty cunning. So there's a likely chance he'll just do it anyway, which is what I feel.
It's always best to be safe.
Pray tell, why do you fear this dragon attack? And
Because I don't know shit about dragons and they're strong.
they're terrifying beasts. But why are they a concern of us now?
I wish I could throw Lawrence at you so he could explain, but he left. I think I just heard screaming and crying, and he was gone. But we came.
Let's just say a dragon had the mercy to leave us alive and to leave a message that he was coming for Phandelver.
I see. Well, I won't probe too far into your business, but the last thing we need. So you say you have a plan that could potentially stop this dragon?
When did we say that?
Well, to stop the attack.
Yeah, that's right. I did say that. Well, hopefully we're just still brainstorming that at the moment. I think we might seek out the dragon to see if we can convince it to not attack.
Worst case scenario, I came up with a plan that just could be suicide, but we found the cave that we were looking for. The dragon is mighty. Maybe if we can trap it in there, we can take it out. That's the only plan I had. I don't know if dragons can change their size or anything. I don't know much about dragons. I come from a forest.
I've heard tales, but tales can be exaggerated, and it depends on who's telling them. All I know is that dragons are truly fierce, and I'm lucky enough to not have tangled with any in my time. However, I've never quite been foolish enough to try. I'm glad at least you could find the cave in Gundren. At least Gundren in good health.
Well, health.
Yes, and we have cleared out. We've cleared out the entire cave. Unfortunately, there is a bit of a what do you call it?
The flame skull thing?
Flame skull problem.
Yes. What do you call it again, DM? What are they called? I think I knew what it was called.
Yeah, it's called a flame skull.
Got a flame skull. Okay.
Yeah, that's its name.
Unfortunately, we took care of everything, including a flame skull, but those things don't stay down very easy. We may need some holy water or something to keep that from being a problem in the future.
I see.
And
Truth be told, I know not of flame skulls. They're not in my expertise, unfortunately. But if it requires more effort, then perhaps we can tackle it after we sort out the dragon.
yeah, you see, Lauren promised the dragon could have the cave. We would. I kind of like rub my temples, like, why the fuck did we let him do that?
I just glare at Kakari right now while she's saying this.
Look. Yeah, but I'm not gonna send him to his death to go to the cave where the dragon's gonna be.
Okay.
If we take out that dragon, y'all can have the cave. I don't give a shit about that thing anymore. I don't want to be there anymore. Claustrophobic. I just want to keep as many people alive as possible.
That's fair. Okay. Well, I guess
I can respect that.
in the bag. So this dragon does know about the cave, and he's probably heading there now or waiting for us.
To hells with the cave. I scare about some people. I can only assume then it didn't know it was a cave. If the dragon heads to the cave, that's fine as long as it stays away from this town.
It would probably see the town on its way past. That's the issue.
I don't think it'll be interested in the town.
Hopefully not.
Well, if we can just get it into the cave, and then we can come back with a force if we need to retake the cave at any point.
We the ancient artifacts, by the way. I kind of like look at the others. Like, is it okay to tell him? Like, they want the cave to make more magic artifacts, but they can't.
Well, not with the dragon in it.
Yeah, that's true. But also, the magic is kind of.
Oh. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, it's kind of decrepit in there at the moment. There seems to be a lot of equipment still there, including like a green cantripy looking fire, but it kind of looked a bit dull, and none of the water was still flowing. So if you were to able to retake the cave, it would definitely need a lot of work to get back up and running.
We found some enchanted tools and weapons we think might have been enchanted there. They didn't last very long.
I see. Oh, that's more your forte, Gundren. And Gundren goes, me and my brothers, we suspected that if we were to find the cave, that we'd have to do a fair amount of upkeep and maintenance to get it back and running to full strength, but now the cave's an issue, a question too, even if we can get into it. I've not completely given up on it, but there's more important things at the moment. The magic artifacts. They don't last long, it's fine. Potentially we could come back to it, but at this point I've lost too much from this cave. I don't really care if we get to it in the end. It'd be a boon to not make my brother's deaths pointless. But I don't know what else I could lose. There's only me left now. And I'm not in a rush to put myself in any further danger. So I guess but please sit, all of you. Actually, if you want, do you not carry your body around town anymore? You can head to the local priest, and perhaps you can find a spot for a burial if you like.
Yes, I will happily. Gundren, shall we go do that now?
I will come with. I smell holy water.
Fair enough. He goes, good. It's just in the northern part of the town square. It's to the left of the Shrine of Luck. Her name is Sister Garail. She should be able to help you. And yeah, you guys have been past the Shrine of Luck before. It's the center kind of statue of the woman kneeling with a coin in her hands. And yeah, you guys are able to make your way up. Those who wish to make your way, and it's a quaint little home. The windows are also boarded. The door looks to have almost reinforcements on the front as well, just try and thicken it up a little. But you approach it. There it sits ahead of you. You're able to knock or call out. There's a little like a little wind chime that hangs from the roof, the overhang roof, and
I'll give it a knock.
As you give it a knock. Takes a couple moments, but then the door opens and you see about a medium height half elf with like this light blonde hair tied in a half plait behind her. So kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, hello. I'm Sister Gariel. How can I help you?" And then notices the body and goes, "I suppose you would want a place for that? Him? Sorry."
That.
To be fair, at this point, it's a 2-week-old corpse. It's not really a thing.
It's wrapped up. Who knows?
Yeah, also true.
Yes, if we could, please pay respects to the dead.
No, please. Oh. And she leaves the door open and come inside, and it's a pretty bare. Like, there's not a whole lot for too much decoration. You see a couple of candle holders, which are a little bit more ornate. And you do see a large table that's got like a cloth heavily draped over it. Having a look around, seems like she doesn't have a whole lot, but those that she does have around are, quite nice in their design. She gestures towards the table and goes, "You can place him here, and I'll see to him. I'll start my rituals and practices, if you like."
I'll place him as gently as I can down on the table.
You do. You leave the wrappings in place. Yeah, you don't just drop him and go like, "Yep, there you go, fuck you." But you gently place him. Gundren approaches and goes, "Thank you, lass. I have no coin." He kind of wrings his hand a little and goes, "I have no coin on me at the moment, but once I do, I'll be sure to pay you." And she kind of holds her hand up. She goes, "No, please. It's in
I
times
give her
like
a
this."
gold coin.
Do we have any gold coins?
I had at least one gold coin after the dragon.
You did have at least one.
I still have all my money, so I can just have figure
This is also true.
You have more than us because you took you and Korga took the money from our last mission.
We got a fair bit as well that we looted, which we actually need to go through.
Yeah, there's a fair amount in the notes somewhere.
I've got one gold in my pocket.
She kind of raises a gesture to you as well and goes, "No, it's fine, thank you. And in times like this, all we have is our community and each other. It's the least I can do. Unfortunately, it's the most I can do at the moment. I fear more services will be required in the near future, and I'd rather save then. Please, I'll get to work, and you may stay if you wish, or if you wish to come back. That's up to you.
Excuse me, priest. Do you have any holy water by any chance?
I do have a little. I could create more. How much were you hoping for?
Maybe a few flasks at least.
Flasks. I currently have about 2, maybe 3 that I won't need in the foreseeable future. They I will unfortunately need to charge a cost on, as they cost a little bit in ingredients that I cannot recover. They're about 20 gold a flask.
All right, I'll take whatever stock you got.
I appreciate your contribution and trade. And yeah, she pulls out 3 vials, so you can mark 3 vials of holy water, and you can mark this down.
Yep.
And yeah, that'll be 60 gold.
Alrighty. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. I hope they be of help in whichever your endeavors.
I'm just imagining like Sauce was like bless, and then she's like, what?
There's many gods. There's many gods.
Oh, there were so many gods.
Kind of ridiculous. Not ridiculous. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, if you can make your own too.
But yeah, you guys do that, and then she kind of, not rudely, but she starts to unwrap and starts to prepare the body.
Before the smell wafts over.
Easy enough, you quickly make your way out. Gundren looks, before you leave, Gundren kind of looks up and goes, I may stay for a little while. Final goodbyes and all that.
No, look, that's fine. We might leave you here in Phandelver for a bit. We will likely head out.
I appreciate it. I'm not the sort to go negotiating with dragons, but I wish you luck.
I imagine. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I hope we get to see you again maybe after this.
I hope so. I won't be far. And yeah, you guys are able to make your way out and reconvene with Sildar if you wish, or
Yeah,
anywhere else in the town.
I just kind of stayed there. I'm just trying to think of what to do.
Easy enough.
Is there even a store available left?
Having a look around, it seems that the general store is shut, but the smithy is still hard at work. You can hear the tangs on the anvil, and the line shield Costa to the south also appears to be open. Which
the line shield one? What did they?
They had some general items, and they did have a couple weapons and armor as well.
I just want a rope.
A rope. They'd probably be your best bet.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that while you're having like that touching conversation with Gundren, the nurse like unwraps the thing. It's like, like trying not to like disrespect anyone, but it's just.
There's always a slight gag with the old corpse, but she's fairly trained in the practices and knows how to kind of keep her gag in check.
Keep her gag in check. Okay.
Oh. 150 feet of hempen rope is 1 gold, which I have in my pocket.
Good thing you saved it. Yeah, entering the Line Shield Costa, it's one of these stone buildings in Phandelver, and behind the counter there's a human woman that's dark hair tied in like a bun behind her. She's currently rummaging through some things, and as you enter, she looks up and goes, "Oh, hello. I am. How fare you? And is there anything I can do?"
Hi, glad to see you still open. Seems a bit crazy at the moment.
Aye, things are batshit insane, but we can't all fuck off. And, don't really feel like giving up my home and my livelihood.
Well, hopefully it won't come to that.
I hope so.
I was just coming around hoping to see if you had any spare rope.
I do. Just a coil.
Yeah, about 50 feet of just regular open rope.
50. Yeah, I've got a couple coils of that. Costs you about $1.
Yep, just like pick it up, click it.
She catches it, looks over it for a second, then pockets it. She goes, "Hi, thank you," and reaches down, pulls out a large coil coat that's been semi-tied in itself, places it on the counter for you.
Oh, if you hear any wing beats, maybe just get under a table and don't make any noise.
We'll see how we go. I don't really want to stay and get crushed either. It's
The hard decision to make.
The gods are fickle in their ways, but I'm sure we'll pull through one way or another.
I'll gesture the rope at her and walk out.
Oh god.
She
It's a
nods.
pretty dark fucking. another way out. Like,
Jesus.
Thanks for the rope!
Could just kill yourself.
damn. Nice necklace.
While they're around, was there anything you wanted to talk to Sildar about, Kakari?
Not really. I was just thinking, but like I was like kind of like realize there's an odd smell, and I'll look around and realize we haven't showered or bathed in a very long time, and our clothes are fucking disgusting, and we probably don't look the best. Like my face has a caked on dried bandage on it, and I'm just like, is the inn still open?
Sildar goes, I last I checked, the inn was still open. No real customers, but the people that remain still need a drink.
Oh yeah. I say, and I'm like, kind of like dip my head respectively. I'm like, thank you for everything. I don't really know what to thank him for. I just want to be respectful, and I just go to leave.
Easy enough. As you leave, the others are still kind of at the town, and after about 2 minutes or so, you do see Volk leaving the line to your Costa. And Soth, are you still with Volk, or are you doing your own thing?
Stuff.
Is Soth gone? Were you hanging with Volk, or are you doing your own thing?
No, hang on with Volk.
Alright, easy enough. So Kikari, before too long, you see Soth and Volk leave Line Shield, and you will reconvene.
Cool. I'll just wave them over, be like, we've been walking around this town looking like ghouls ourselves. We should probably go to the inn and have a shower and a nice hot feast in our bellies, and refresh before we go.
Good. I hope they're open.
Yeah, I need to refill my water skin. I say, like, kind of like smirking to myself as I open the cap and put it upside down to show that there's nothing in there.
Alright, well, let's head over. Wasn't it like just this building here or something?
Yeah, it was the one north there. Yeah, the Grey Rift building. So you guys head through the town. Seeing a couple people around in, yes, similar leather armor as you saw before. Those who are walking around do seem to be not like... There's a subtle anxiety in the air. Nothing too intense, as you did say that it was 12 days away. It's currently about 4 or 5 days since then. So people are anxious, but no one's like, oh fuck, it's happening at any given moment.
Yeah.
But people just seem in a general kind of preparedness fashion. Just in case, being a dragon decides, fuck it, I don't have to wait. But you reapproach the inn, and it's definitely one of the larger buildings in the town, made of fieldstone and rough-hewn timbers. The As you enter in, the main floor is barren of customers. You do see the proprietor, Toblin, standing behind the counter, kind of turned and talking to someone in the back room, which you can see the door frame has no door on it, but you can't see who they're talking to specifically. As you enter, he turns and goes, "Oh, hello. Drinks?"
Yes, please. Drinks.
Alrighty. And he starts pouring 4 tankards.
Just recognize this as like, yeah, you're gonna need these.
As he puts them down, he goes, "Alrighty, that'll be 4 silver."
Just kind of look. That's all.
Yeah, I got it there, right?
Would I have to pay to rent a room to have a shower and wash my clothes?
He goes, for use of facilities like that, you'd have to, please.
Thorough. I can't remember how much money I've got though, because we haven't divvied it up yet.
Fair enough.
Oh, we should have done that.
Probably. It's fine. Altogether, you guys definitely have enough for a couple rooms.
Yeah.
He once again goes, there's a nice rooms for a gold, and the our more common rooms for 5 silver.
Which ones have hot water?
Oh, none of them.
I keep forgetting it's medieval.
Yep.
I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just go with a common.
Thank you.
We've got 11 gold pieces that we found.
That's alright. Like, I mean, I'm just going to be freshening up. I don't really need it to be fancy.
I'm pocketing that now on my character. If any of you want it, you can ask for it.
Alright.
So how much are we getting? Just 3 rooms at four rooms?
4 rooms. Lothram goes, "I'd like a room."
Everyone's fine with just common, because it's just mainly to have a shower and.
But I'm gonna hand over 4 gold.
Okay.
Dublin does. Unfortunately, there's only 2 really nice rooms.
I'll hand over 3 gold.
Alrighty.
Oh, okay.
He goes, "Thank you." Yeah.
I'll take one of the crummy rooms. I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't care. I'll
see.
take a crummy room.
I'll take a crummy. You can take a good one.
Yeah,
He goes, "I'm gonna take a good one."
I'll take
Yep, also on a good one. If you're all fighting over it, no worries.
Yeah, Volk, you've got a lot more hair. You might need the good one. More space. I like pat him on the back.
Clog it on the drain system.
Don't say that out loud.
It's alright, they don't have drains. Welcome to throw your shit out the window.
You could have the nice rooms, the crummy rooms, or you can stand in the back alley and hopefully the water that falls on your head hasn't got shit in it.
That's not a very
Gross. No, that's fucking awful.
I see you've done that before.
I come from a forest. We don't even have rooms. We have trees. Cool.
shit in a tree.
Shit in a tree. Yeah. Just hopefully you're not under the shitting tree.
Gross.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I think people would know the shitting tree and they would stay away from that. Hopefully.
He'd be surprised.
You'd hope there's some kind of marker. Probably
a shit pot up on the floor. If you need any other marker, then you should be in.
Wouldn't you just dig a hole?
I don't know. I don't know shit about what else.
I mean, that's camping. But you guys
Bearing it like a cat.
Yeah, you guys take this moment, discussing your shit. You head up the stairs to the 2nd floor, and start to break off to your rooms, kind of acquaint yourselves, and you can go at the same time if you like, but you one by one begin to like kind of wash yourself, your clothes, and your armor.
I'd be scrubbing the shit out of my clothes.
Oh yeah. The clothes are filth. They're covered in blood, ichor, and all dirt, mud.
I'm honestly
Actually, you're one of the cleanest one. You're one of the cleanest ones, Kakari, as you did take a dip in the wave chamber
True.
in the cave.
And I also didn't get crushed by an entire room.
You also didn't get crushed by a room.
I'm just dusty. Oh no. I have all this rubble in my hair.
But yeah, so you guys are able to freshen up.
But I also do have the bitch slap across my face to clean off.
You do, which is healing over fairly well with magical healing and whatnot. But
Yeah. Crusty dry bandages off my face.
yeah, you guys take a bit of time, do it one by one. Probably take about like 40 minutes to an hour or so each, just cleaning your armor, getting yourself to a point where you feel clean again.
Takes a while.
Yeah, it takes a while. Especially because, open, or not quite open, but new wounds, when you put them in water, start to sting. It takes a little bit to get adjusted and,
I feel bad for Volk. Because at least we can see our wounds. He's covered in hair. He probably feels a sting. Is like, what the fuck is that?
I mean, there's several nice gashes of where there's no hair.
Yeah. Bald spots.
But yeah, so you guys able to finish your cleaning, your little spa day.
Yes.
Spa day.
I'll probably use like my little flame to like dry all my clothes and make them nice and warm, and I'm like, oh yes, first time I felt warm in a while. And then I run downstairs, almost like slap some coins on the table, it's like, give me the food. I'm hungry.
Alrighty, will your companions be joining?
Yes. Might need a big feast. That's hot.
Yeah,
We've been berries for days.
I see. We'll prepare the chicken. And he walks to the back. And you hear, "Get the chicken ready." And
You hear an axe drop.
then you hear.
Fresh. It was worse as I understand what the chicken says.
It effectively translates to, "Excuse me?"
So good.
I like cringe, but like my stomach growls like I'm too hungry to really be sad that the chicken died from my hunger. Like.
But yeah, you guys make your way down. Chicken is provided for you. For the meal, probably just cost. For everyone, would have cost about a gold total, as it's a fairly large, hearty meal.
It was a nice big chicken.
Yeah, there's some salads, but fuck the salad.
Yeah, exactly. That's what my food eats.
You guys are feeling a bit more refreshed. Your bones and your muscles still ache from the days of arduous battle, but you feel better, best you have in a while.
It feels bad to feel this good in a town that's terrified that they're going to die in a few days.
And after a little bit, Sildar enters the tavern, kind of finds you guys and walks over, pays in, gets himself an ale as well. Looks to you all and goes, I didn't have a chance to mention before, but it seems you've lost a few. I'm sorry for your losses.
I kind of like blink, like who? No, I'm joking. They didn't die. No one died.
Yeah, most of them just went their separate ways.
I see. That is the way it goes, unfortunately, sometimes. But well, in any case, the condolences for your loss in strength and companions. Whether it be allies or friends, another sword is always good to have. And he kind of raises his mug.
Kind of raised mine too.
Raise it first. Back it down.
and he just starts kind of asking a couple of things about your adventure. And first he goes, so tell me, how did you come across this knowledge of this dragon in the first place? How did you find he wanted to come here?
We found the druid that you sent us to find. It was him that sent us?
It was a different person.
I have to look back a lot.
He knows of the person you mean.
Yeah.
We asked him about the druid, though, I think.
Yeah, he told you about the girl who knew the druid.
Yeah.
So the girl told us about the druid. A lot of like Chinese whispers, my goodness. The girl told us about the druid who we found, and he's trying to protect the land being poisoned by the dragon. And we were initially sent to try and convince the dragon to fuck off. I take like a big swig.
In attempts to find the location of the cave.
So we could find Gundren.
I see.
We found a Gundren, but it wasn't the right Gundren.
Oh, let's not get into that.
I suppose that's what Korga meant when he came by before. You know, when you were all here last, saying that you found him.
Oh yeah, that was
some kind of imposter.
Yeah. It was an imposter.
We were on edge.
Yeah.
I see.
Could say like Lothrin just like taking deep sips so he doesn't have to explain. It's alright.
No, Lothrin was never going to explain. He's trying to act cool. He's just chilling. He does start up. He goes, yeah, he went for a shit, and then he was gone. So, but we got him in the end, though. We killed that son of a fucking bitch.
The mimic, not Gundren. He's fine.
Still, that guy looks and goes, I assumed. I would hope you wouldn't bring a mimic here, but
we know that he's not.
At least Gundren is alive. So, when do you plan on setting off to speak with this dragon?
Very soon. We just wanted to refresh, resupply, and then we'll be off as soon as possible. Perhaps before it gets too dark. The longer we wait, the less time we have to go to him.
Aye, that's more than fair. Now your ways of persuasion, do you mean to genuinely speak to this beast, or are you going in with plans of battle?
Last time we had plans of battle, we had more people to fight it. We've got 3 people. 4 people. But I don't know how much longer I can keep these fuckers alive if they keep getting themselves killed. I say as a joke, and I kind of smirk at them.
They know what you mean. Wait,
I don't know what you mean, he says. The guy that used 3 healing crits.
I get knocked down.
Get up again. I want to see if we can try and persuade it, but I have to think of intelligent words. Things that I cannot think of on the spot.
A plan would likely be best, especially if what you say is true and this beast is smart and cunning.
The only thing I know about dragons is from what Lawrence told us, and I think he's the only one that really knew about them. And he's
knew
gone.
a couple things from memory, but well, yeah, him and Lawrence knew about the same, which you all know now.
Yeah.
They're just that they're smart, cunning, a slight potential to change shape, but no confirmation.
Honestly, don't know. If he's smart and cunning, there's a chance that he could come up with a plan to blackmail or like go back on like try and come back here and fight. I don't know. I feel like it's a better idea to get rid of him, but I'm just worried as we have very little numbers to try and fight him.
The car turns and he just, well, doesn't turn, he's still looking at you. But he goes, I would lend or offer my sword, but I'm afraid the people here need me more at the moment.
Oh yeah, they need this. I just like raise my mug.
Yeah. This and trying to organize some kind of defensive strategy. Again, yeah, about two dozen people fled, which is understandable and almost preferable. However, the rest don't want to risk losing their businesses or livelihoods.
Oh no, I agree. I would fight for this town, but there's actually no guarantee the dragon will even attack this town. We just assume it might. But there's no guarantee, that's the issue. There's no guarantee it won't. There's no guarantee it will.
It's kept its word so far.
It's a cunning dragon from what I've heard.
It's kept its word so far. It hasn't attacked prematurely or anything.
I think it's
This is
best
true.
if we just show the dragon the location of the cave, and if it goes to the cave and stays there, that's probably for the best for now.
Probably preferable.
That's what we're hoping. That would be a good plan. We also didn't plan to get almost eaten by mosquitoes, but we'll see how we go.
So I kind of nods and goes, alright, mosquitoes are shit this time of year.
They're huge. I say like gesturing with my hand how big they were from memory.
And he goes, don't know about those, but mosquitoes are still shit.
Oh yeah.
Nasty thing.
Rachel, you did once also. You gave me this note, and he pulls it into his pocket, and it's the note that you found in the Red Brand hideout. And kind of puts it on the bar, and he asks, "Did you ever find out the meaning behind this the spider symbol at all?"
Yeah. It was like an organization led by a drow, from what I found out, what we found out. I'm not sure what they were trying to do, I can't remember.
Very dead drow now.
Very dead.
Good. Dead drow is a good drow. Don't know what it was on the surface.
The good thing
really
is you're not
see
going to have
any
to
clues of
worry
what they
about
were
this
doing.
organization anymore.
That is good news. First in a little while. Apart from you all returning, of course. But that and this dead drow, it's everything else been not great.
Yeah.
I kind of cringe feeling bad that like their lives are kind of ruined just by us walking into the town.
But yeah. I don't know how to photo that.
Yeah, I mean.
But he stays with you for a bit, kind of sipping his drink, chatting with you guys if you like. Did you guys have anything you wanted to ask him at all, or any other talking points?
Not that I can think of. I'm probably just sitting there quietly, like trying like really hard to think of like situations. Try not to think of bad situations, but
Yeah, you're trying to think of something nice to say, but you can't.
yeah.
So there's definitely, there's some minor chatter. Definitely a couple moments of awkward silences where, everyone's kind of think of something good to say or talk about. But before too long,
game last night?
after a little bit, Tildar finishes his drink and nods to you all and says, "Well, if you wish to discuss tactics or plans, I'll be back in the town master's hall. If this negotiation fails, I hope that firstly you would get away with your lives, and secondly, I do hope that you'll come back to help defend this place.
If all else fails, we'll be here to defend it. We'll do everything we can to defend it.
I appreciate it. Let's hope it doesn't come to that, but we shall see. Godspeeds, and may they favour you. Kind of stands, does a little head bow to you all, and then leaves the tavern. And yeah, you guys are kind of left there yourselves, able to refill drinks as you like. The bartender kind of not awkwardly close, but standing close by in case you guys need anything.
I probably won't drink too much because like we got to get going to go back to the dragon. Don't want to get wasted and then fuck that up.
Yeah.
Alright. Back on the road then.
On the road again.
You guys take your time, finish your drinks, and then you're out. Let's begin to head out.
I'll
time
probably just
you're
refill
leaving-
my water skin and shit.
Easy. By the time you're leaving, it's probably about, once again, it's probably about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, after everyone bathing and talking and whatnot. So you guys start your trek once again. You go for map change. And reload. Let's one.
No, my character.
Bye.
We've got the pink skinned man.
There you guys begin your trek back to Thunder Tree, which is from this point.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's about 2 days or so travel. A little bit over. Did you guys want to just travel at a normal pace, or you wanted to go fast? Or...
How many days have we got until the dragon gets impatient?
We've got like 5 or 7.
At this point, yeah, there's 7 days.
Oh wow! I thought we had way less.
Yeah, same. I thought we had like 3 days or some shit. We had to
Time got a little bit funky because at the rate you guys took a couple of short rests there, so you ended up fitting about 3 into 2 days instead of 3 days.
And we still have like 2 days travel or close-ish to get there or something.
Yep.
I'd probably say we'll travel at like a normal pace while we like try and plan like what we're gonna say and do. Really. I have no idea, by the way. I'm not good at intelligent words.
Who? Yeah, well, this is why we're traveling. But, I guess we'll
Yep.
wait camp.
Alrighty. So at this point, it's probably about 3, so we get about 10 miles or so out. You eventually you come to the traveling along the tribal trail. You come to the T junction where it heads off to the east and west, and where your one ends. You head a little bit past there before you start to set up camp. And
Maybe we could just throw the druid at it. Not me,
the other druid, which you recall, said he was going to head back to Phandelver, but you never ended up seeing.
That's true.
He did also say that if he hadn't heard from you in a couple days, he'd try and send word, which never ended up happening.
Sucks. Well, who's
your
going to
first-
be the delegate talker? Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was just going to say, yeah, the first end of the day travel goes with no event. You don't see anyone else on the roads at this point. And before long, yeah, dusk hits. You start to set up camp and prepare yourselves for a rest.
I think I'm turning insane because I can hear voice.
Oh yeah, still got the tavern. Yeah, I guess like we'll set up camp. So I think we should probably delegate someone to be the talker of the group for when we encounter the dragon again.
That's a good idea.
Who's feeling, I guess, confident to speak with the dragon?
Well, depending on what we just want him to eat stuff. Well,
All we have to do is see if he can promise, or
We have to try and make things not worse than they already are as well.
well, we pretty much have to either somehow get him to the cave or get him to go in a different direction.
Well, we can. I feel like we shouldn't try to
I don't think
dissuade him at this point. Persuade him to not. I think it's best if we just confirm that we've completed our part of the deal and show him the place.
Yeah.
What about the flame skull? We just don't mention that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure one flame skull is going to be nothing for him.
Yeah, that's true.
We technically can't offer to because we do have the equipment now to take care of.
I'm pretty sure he'll probably just want to do it himself, which is fine by me. Don't have to risk our lives for it.
Yeah, I don't really know motivated to help the trade.
No, not do it, not actually do it, but just in case, to keep that as a back sleeve. He has some rebuttal.
Yeah, that's true.
Keep in the back sleeve. That's about it.
I feel like if we mentioned like Phandelver more and more, like if we say please don't attack and stuff, he'll just use it as blackmail against us.
Yeah, don't mention the town.
If we beg him or anything, he'll probably just be like, oh, well, you guys seem to love it, so I'm going to blackmail you with it. So we probably shouldn't even just mention it and just see if we can read from his expression, or I don't really know if dragons have eyebrows or some shit, but like figure out his intention.
They got their mouth, so
They've got mouths and brows and
they've all the different expressions.
Yeah. So if we try to like pay as close attention to his facial features and stuff to see if we can figure out if he's planning something diabolical or some shit. like we can see if we can see through. Like if he's lying or some shit, I can't guarantee that it's a good thing, but like instead of just assuming he's going to do something, we can just see what happens. He might not do anything. He might just go to the cave and fall asleep or some shit. I don't know. I don't know what caves would dragons do in their spare time. Like,
It's not. Well, we've totally fulfilled our end of the bargain, so.
yeah. If only I was like more chaotic, I probably just wouldn't give a shit about the town, but like I do.
Alright, so who wants to do the talking there? We decided on that.
Over the show. Well, you basically know half of the information, so there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're also a beast technically, so.
Hey.
But you're more close to him.
I resent that. It's just like little slight guttural growl.
Literally
a couple of your fangs start to elongate slightly, and you snap yourself back.
I kind of do the face that meme with the kid where he's got like the soft serve behind the chick or something. He just kind of like looks confused. Like, are you sure you're not the beast?
Why are you viewing me? I'm right. There it is.
Alrighty.
But yeah, that's basically our plan. That's all we got. So there you go. All the Twitch people. Like that's as far as we've planned for all that.
Alrighty. You guys continue a long rest.
Who's going to be watching?
I can go back to watching. I don't mind.
Alrighty. So you can do one watch. Lothran offers to do the second watch and do the elf duo tag team. Unless anyone else wants to as well.
I'll tag in just to make things easier for him.
Alrighty. Who wants to take first?
Sure. I'll do it.
Alrighty, perception check, please.
Oof, I rolled low.
Low. Okay, taking as your companions kind of settle into rest, you keep an eye out, but find yourself often distracted about the prospect of soon facing this dragon and not having a super solid fail-safe plan. It kind of dawns on you a bit, and you spend a bunch of your watch kind of staring into the fire, trying to think of something conclusive, something solid that you can come up with and tell your comrades, but unfortunately not much comes to mind. And before you really recognize, the moon's high in the sky, signaling that your watch is coming close to an end. Now, be able to pass it off to Lothran or Volk or whoever wants to take second watch, really.
Don't know who said they wanted to take second.
I'll take
Nobody
second.
did. Alrighty.
Alright.
You roll perception.
Please.
12.
Well, give you a bit more of an ear out. You don't really notice anything come closer. You hear just a general kind of wildlife insect buzz and thrum. Couple owls and whatnot hunting in the night, but nothing out of the ordinary. Also kind of being pseudo-elected speaker to the dragon, as you kind of also similarly looking into the flames, thinking about what you will say and how you can do the best you can before your watch comes to an end without issue. You trade off to Lothran,
Yep.
who also rolls shit. He also actually gets an 8.
Oh my god.
Just kind of sitting there. You're all asleep. Keeping an eye out. Pretty confident that no one's gonna walk off and go for a shit. He pats the pocket where the diamonds he was kind of given lay. Kind of grasps them and squeezes them in his hand for a moment before letting them go. And long rest comes to a completion with no issues. You all awaken a little bit past dawn, refreshed and ready for the next day of travel.
I was gonna say Kukari probably woke up slightly early just to see like the back of Lothran looking like he's squeezing his pocket or something, and from the behind it looks a bit awkward. So he's like pretends to go back to sleep, so doesn't have to have the conversation.
Fair enough.
Oh no.
You asked for it. That was the perfect setup for that one.
You could say he was hard as diamonds.
Oh god.
Oh fuck.
He was hard on his diamonds.
He was hard all over his diamonds.
I mean, we could be dead, so I guess like I don't blame him. one last before the journey, I guess.
You guys continue day's travel. The day fairly clear. You come once again, traveling north along the side of the Neverwinter Forest. You hear the occasional animals skitter off into the further in, mostly like deer or a little wildlife. Mammals or
Keep an
marsupials
eye
and
out
shit.
for a wild corga.
Yeah.
You keep an eye out for wild corgers. You keep an ear out to see if you hear any guttural screams, but your travel goes pretty uneventful. You hear like a roar at one point, and then into the forest you do see like a large bear kind of just watching you all pass. Not threateningly, just kind of watching you, and the distance between you and the border of the forest itself, kind of keeping an eye, making sure you don't trespass upon its domain.
I kind of wave at it.
It does not wave back, it just kind of watches.
Well, bears in this forest are assholes, I muttered to myself.
But eventually day comes to a close, and yeah, another day of travel without issue.
Except for
at
rude
this
ass
point.
bear.
Yeah, except for rude bears. But at the end, of the day, you know, you're around about a day's travel away from Thunder Tree. And you guys settle down to rest once again. Which is great because I forgot to change the music, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. Whatever happens tomorrow. This has been an interesting experience, but I wouldn't trade it for any different people. That's hard to say, but like Kakari is just like is not used to saying like nice things. Well, not nice things, but like, you know, like I don't know, soft things. I don't know.
Softly. No, this has been definitely quite the experience, that's for sure.
I feel like I've learned more in the last like week than I have in the last like my entire life.
Well, at least we also got to experience and see a dragon as well.
That's something I can honestly say I'd never thought I'd see when I left my home. I always thought dragons were a myth.
Oh, yeah, they exist. I'm about to go talk to one.
Kind of wish they were a myth, to be honest. But if we die, even though I know we've almost died several times, but this is different. If we die, I wanted to say thank you.
If it does attack us, though, we go all out, or we run.
We nut up or shut up.
I don't think we'll be able to outrun a dragon, actually. But if she does go sideways, we'll all in, yes?
All in. No running off crying.
I look at Lothran.
All in. I was thinking about stealing from it the first time, but I figured probably not the best when it was looking right at me, but you know.
No, probably not. But hey, think of it this way,
But
mate.
this time,
If it comes down to it and we have to fight it, there was a lot of loot in there, buddy. You could be one rich son of a bitch.
I will be after you guys all die, and then I get distracted and I steal the shit and I fuck off. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Laughs and knowing that the only reason you survived the last few battles is because you ran away and like hid somewhere.
You say, but you know, him knowing that he put himself in danger following things into the unknown.
Yeah. Can't argue when we're the last four, so it must be working.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you guys down for your rest. Who's taking watches?
Same watch?
Sorry?
I can take one shift this time.
I'm gonna sleep then.
Alrighty. Same order?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Kikari, perception check.
7.
These rolls.
Even more scared about the dragon now that it's happening tomorrow.
Yeah, now that you're right on the precipice, kind of coming into contact with this dragon, you find yourself sitting there thinking about ways to deal with it, and then after about 5-10 minutes, you realize that you haven't really been thinking about anything. You've just been focusing on like, oh fuck, and then you reset yourself and you start trying to think of something else, and then it just kind of cycles back around. You don't get attacked though, so you know.
Yeah, I accidentally summoned Damo or some shit, because I'm like rubbing the mark on my head where Damo's tattoo is, and he like comes out, it's like, can you fucking not? And then just like goes away again.
Alrighty. Sus. Your watch.
Alright. Oh, I got 8, I think.
8. Alrighty. Having that last discussion with your party and asking if everyone's all in, if things go very south, just kind of you're keeping watch, but you're restless. You find yourself kind of pacing a couple times. You can't really just sit and watch. You do a little bit of stretching, make sure all your equipment is in tip-top shape. Focus on the blood-seeking Morning Star for a bit. Kinda feeling its slight vibration kind of draw towards closest blood source. Not violently, but that's just to have that confirmation that it's ready and that it's not going. This of all things won't bail out on you in the last moments. But eventually, your watch comes to an end. You swap with Lothran. Rolls pretty good. You rolled an 18 total.
He's thinking about that pirate treasure. He's like,
He's thinking about the loot now, which is kind of calming him. He's thinking about the dragon he's got to help deal with, but then he's like, treasure? It's going to be worth it. It's going to be fine. If all else fails, I can just run and hide. It's fine. Gonna get through this.
He's like, oh yeah, it's all coming together like the Kronk kind of meme.
Yeah. And then the day finishes. No, sorry, the night finishes. You all awaken.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. You dealt with the dragon. You just don't remember how. And you will come back to consciousness. Somewhat ready and prepared. The night's sleep wasn't restful. Kind of wake up, your shoulders and the high of your back is a bit tense, but you're ready to continue this next day of travel. You do so without any incident, and by dusk you find yourself once again approaching the ruins of the town of Thunder Tree. As you're approaching the forest that's been cut down around it, the outer buildings that are fully decrepit and broken away and just in poor disrepair. You do see the one building as you kind of enter through town that's in good repair. Whereas previously you'd seen some kind of light source within. It now currently sits there dark and empty. Any semblance of life around it currently gone.
Oh yeah, we have to be careful of those little stick monster things.
Stay away from bushes.
Alright. Do you reckon that Druid's still around here? We haven't heard from him.
His abode is there if you wish to look within.
I think we should. We'd have time to pay him. Just pay him.
At this point, it's pretty late in dusk, so it's up to you guys if you want to face a dragon tonight or in the morning.
Probably better in the morning.
Yeah, probably better.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Especially if we're in his abode, then we can probably try and scope out if we can see a lot of activity or some shit.
Alright, well, let's see if we can...
Well, see if he's there, and then he can tell us if he's seen more activity too.
Yeah. Alright, we'll approach his abode.
Alright, as you approach, you come up to it. This time, you're not attacked by twig blights, so see that as a good sign. But as you go to try or knock the door, it does shift open, and you take a quick peer inside, and it looks to be completely empty. There is a small stool-sized table which has a little candle holder in it. Candle's about half full. The wax is completely dry. Like no one's been here in a good while. It's just like a 10 by 15 foot room, building, no external rooms, just
I want to have a look around to see if I see any little mice or any critters or anything living in this room.
Make a perception check.
My roll! 6.
Having a look around, you see a couple droppings in one of the corners, but you don't see any living little animals or creatures.
I just muttered to
currently
myself, that dirty fucker. Alright, what's the plan, guys? We stay here for the night?
Yeah. Yeah.
Find a better view for it. Yeah, because it's pretty much dark around here.
Yeah, it is. It's a cloudless night, so there is moonshine, probably about a half moon at this point. It's fairly dim light, but yeah, outside of it doesn't grant any great vision, especially to you, Soth. But it is heading quickly into full night. You guys kind of settle down in this small building, room, whichever you want to call it, and with the prospect and determination of facing this dragon in the morning, we'll kind of sit for what could potentially be your last night, or in the very least a monumental moment on the horizon.
Can we see like the dragon's like cave from here? Or like
No, he was on top
there's
of
like
the
a
tower.
mountain. Yeah, the
Yeah,
tower.
there was a hill. You can see the tower. You don't have any sign of the dragon apart from a faint, acrid kind of stench in the air once you started to approach.
And that's still like really present, isn't it?
On the outskirts, it's not as present, but it's noticeable. Not so faint that you could just bypass it, but it's not like choking your lungs.
So we can definitely tell he's definitely right, like still here right now.
You
Just by the
assume so.
smell. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, at least he hasn't gone to terrorize the town while we were traveling.
Yeah. Well, what do you reckon we should do if we do after this if we do survive it?
I kind of like look a bit sad. I was like, I'm kind of hoping I could like stay traveling with you guys. I got nothing else to do, nowhere to go.
You know, we could head to a big place like Neverwinter or somewhere else.
Yeah.
Still got travels to do.
Maybe kick back for a little bit, see if there's any more jobs later.
You guys wouldn't happen to need a healer for all those adventures, would you?
Definitely.
Oh, it's one. It's never boring having you around. Two, glad to have you with us.
I kind of like look at my staff like I'm fucking hoping this is a shield strong enough for a giant blast.
With this last discussion of hopes for the future, plans, and positive thinking and attitudes, camera slow pan away, zoom fade black. As we close out this episode of Dungeons and Dingoes, where we, try to plan on how to deal with the dragon so it doesn't kill a bunch of people.
Or us.
Or yourselves.
Damn dragons.
I'm actually surprised. I was expecting to see Phandelver to be flattened, honestly.
Which is more than fair.
Because I'm like, he seemed a bit shifty. Wait a minute, he hasn't attacked yet. Wait a minute, he's kept what he said he would do. Okay. I was expecting the opposite, honestly. Him to get bored and just go, yeah, fuck it.
Fuck you guys, plan.
I'm bored now. Yeah.
I mean, we still haven't ruled out if like Korga's just like gone dragon and just gone and fucking killed it.
You have a very strong feeling that one man at level 3 could not just kill a dragon.
I mean,
Otherwise, you guys would have died
underestimate
already.
a Korga.
That's true.
Even he is mortal.
Yeah, you do remember, you have seen him go unconscious.
Was he though? Like,
Yep.
Oh yeah, didn't he get hit by a giant beam?
He got knocked out because he was the only one in a room at one point.
Yep.
It was just him and me in a room, and he just happened to be in the way, so I didn't get hit by anything, and I had to bring him back.
But with that, do the outro. Thank you all for coming by and watching and listening. We love you all. Hope you enjoyed, and hope you continue to enjoy. Because next week, talking to a dragon.
Part 2.
Part 2.
Yeah, we thought we were going to die the first time we talked to one.
Still a potential.
I know.
What could go wrong?
It's alright. You've got no more like deep dark secrets to spill.
What do you do? I don't know.
Well, let's just keep to the track. You just need that key information. Yeah, go nuts. The place is clear, go.
Probably your best bet.
Wait a minute. Did we see? We didn't see any animal. We did see an animal along the way, didn't we?
Yeah, you saw a bear.
Yeah, brood bear.
Couple like deer and squirrels and.
Wait a minute. Squirrel. Has the druid been a squirrel before?
Yeah, that's why I was looking at looking for rats and stuff, and I saw the rat.
Yeah, you have seen him as a squirrel before. But as always, big thank you to Syrinscape for music and sound effects. You can check them out at syrinscape.com. You can check us out on podcasting platforms each Sunday at 3. Stuff like Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, all that kind of cool stuff. We stream twitch.tv/MrTaurus every Wednesday at 7 GMT plus 8. And yeah, we also, do Lads Night with the Boys on Fridays and other stuff throughout the week. Fluffy Boy is a streamer. You can check him out at Fluffy_Boy. That's a B0II. We've got like a Discord. If you all want to check that out at some point, it's like a communal Discord between Corger of Iron, Self, Fluffy, and Supergin is in there.
Do you have it set up? Or?
Yeah, I've got it in the about. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Don't know any way on how to say that on.
That's right. I sent it.
I sent it. Oh, sweet. So yeah, if you want to do that and you can chat with us and whatnot, check out other stuff we do. Apart from that, that's pretty much it. So thank you once again, all. We love you all and appreciate you all, and hope to see you soon in the next one. Take care and take care. Bye.
Stay fluffy.